right, extremely proud of our football team. That game is a game that we talked all week long about. That is a program-defining game. The reason being is because who we went against. That's a good Navy football team. They played at a really high level throughout, but they do things the right way. And to come out and not play our best ball in the first half, and to see our guys respond and continue to keep believing in each other. The second half adjustments, the way that we were able to finish the game, the response of our quarterback was remarkable. I thought our big guys up front on both sides of the ball were huge. We had special teams plays, the kickoff return for a touchdown. I mean, we had the other big returns, being able to flip the field. It's just all three phases, and that's what you need to see. From your program and from your football team in a game like that, and that's against an opponent that, man, everything they do is a challenge, and you got to tip your hats to them. They came out and played an incredible game, had a great plan against us, but our kids they would not be denied, and I think that speaks volumes to where we are, but also gives a great deal of encouragement of where we can go. But at the end of the day, we just have to continue to improve. We're looking for our complete game. We're still in it. We're still on the process of doing that. But I could not be any more proud of our coaching staff, of our players, to go into that one. You had to play discipline, you had to play fast, and you had to finish. And our kids finished tonight, and I'm really proud of our football team.
What did you say to them at halftime?
I said to play within yourselves. And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, we came into this game, we were ready to go. There was enough emotion for 3 or 4 teams. The mindset, the approach. But sometimes when you have that much emotion, knowing you're on a national stage, you try to do too much. And I thought our guys, there were some moments in the first half that we weren't playing in control. So we just talked about slowing down. Right, trust the training, right? Trust the game plan. We had a couple things we wanted to look at and tweak there in the second half, and our kids, there was no panic. They went out. We knew we were going to get the ball in the second half. It was all about that next play, and our kids, I thought they did an exceptional job of that.
Got kickoff started the second half and didn't go anywhere, and Brady made that one bad throw, booed, etc. When you talked about his response, what is his response? I mean, I saw it on the field, but what did you see from Brady?
It was you worry about that at times as a coach, because when there's a lot of outside influence that's trying that might not be positive all the time. It's you've got to truly believe in yourself. You got to stay true to who you are. You got to trust your training, and that's what he did. And it was remarkable that on a third down, I don't even know what it was. It was third down. 12, 15, whatever, and we hit the deep pass to Antonio Gibson. I saw him smile, and when he smiled, I knew it was on, because that kid is a special kid. He's tremendous preparation into the game. He was able to control himself, and that's what the mark of a great football player is. Because at the end of the day, you're going to make mistakes. Heck, I make mistakes. I made mistakes tonight in calls and thoughts, but you know what? You just continue to believe in what you've done to prepare yourself for this moment, for this time, and then you play 60 minutes. And I could not be more proud of our quarterback for the job that he did. He showed the heart he has and the champion that he's working to continue to become. Man, he was special.
The kickoff return by Rogers was a big play because it answered a quick score by Navy. And did you expect this from him this quickly?
Well, that was a huge return, and we've expected big things out of Gabe, and he's done a nice job in special teams. Really, as a young man that's continuing to develop in his process of what he can do, but to see him maximize his opportunity, man, that was awesome. And you have to give credit to the 10 other guys that were on the field with him. I think that is our 9th kickoff return for a touchdown, so we don't have to worry about those streaks very long. So I'm just so proud of our guys. Coach Limbo put together a great plan. It's a football team that believes in each other. When you see guys that show up that way in special teams, that was the number 2 or 3 ranked special teams unit in the country. I mean, and they're good. They're always historically good, but it took all 3 phases, and to have that spark play, that was a critical moment in the game, and you allowed us to have it close going into halftime for us to kind of gather ourselves.
You talked about the 3rd and 13 pass. Brady's in. Antonio Gibson's starting to make a habit.
He is.
Yeah. What is it about him that's allowed him to kind of be that big play guy over the top?
He's a really good football player. And, when he was here last year, he did a lot of good things in special teams. And, but he was still developing in his role at receiver. And, man, he has worked his tail off in the offseason, the summer. He was maximizing his opportunity. He was a guy that we wanted to get the ball in his hands here today. And, we were able to do it. He not only did he have the 3rd and 13, but a huge conversion there on the 3rd down there in the 4th quarter that ended up taking a couple more minutes off the clock. That was a critical play, but he's done a great job. He actually broke the rock for us tonight because of what he's done, the way that he's worked. I think he's got a special senior year here in front of him, and he's just continuing to work, and that gives us him. Kadarian Jones, I thought, showed up at some moments today. Then Coxie there at the end when Brady stepped up in the pocket. That was a thing of beauty. So seeing all of those guys contribute in those moments, that's what we need from our receiver corps, especially with some guys like Pop. That's down.
What in terms of that throw? What you see on that throw?
On the post. I thought Brady did a wonderful job with his progression. He started to the field. They kind of flooded the field zone for where we went. It was actually the same play call that we had on Antonio's touchdown. Right, but we knew that if we just worked through our eyes, if they went to take away the front side, that we'd have Coxie coming open there on the back. And it was my favorite play, watching Brady set back and then bring a couple hitches into the pocket. Right, he didn't go to run. He trusted his protection. He brought his 2 hitches, drove the ball to Coxie, and then Coxie made a play. I mean, that was a great job. Got the first down and then was able to finish in the end zone. But that's what you want to see, because there was a couple times in the first half that Brady did not allow himself to hitch up in the pocket, and probably did things a little quick. Then he slowed down, played within his game, and you saw great things happen.
Defensively, been a lot in the first half, but the second half they were solid, strong. What was the big difference in the first half playing the second half?
I think, our guys continue to believe in their coaching. Coach Fuller had a couple of adjustments, which I thought were great and critical things. That's a tough offense to go against. They showed a couple plays that we haven't, well, maybe we've seen them, but maybe once 6-7 years ago. So it was, but I mean, that's such a challenge to go against. And, for our guys just to continue to work, that we were able to create some negative plays defensively, which against that offense, that's what you have to do. We eliminated some of the negative plays in the second half for our offense, and that's why we're able to be in a position to win the game.
What did you think of the play of the offensive line?
I thought they really grew up throughout this game. We had a couple mistakes. Guy went the wrong way on one. We had a couple bust early, but when they calmed down and kept playing, I thought we gave our back some good seams. The very first play was awesome. I mean, it was a great great play, great blocking by tight ends. Everybody got Kenny in the open field, and he showcased what he can do. But I think our O-line is definitely coming. They're growing up. We still have a lot of work to do. I mean, anybody that watches that game, there's still a lot of opportunities that we missed. But I'm excited about what I've seen because of the response.
If the Ole Miss game showed that this defense can help make those big stops, what does this game say about how much this group has grown after 4 games?
I think so far in 4 games we've had to show a finish in all of them, and I think that's something that we've really focused on in the offseason. Throughout a game, and every rep just get 1% better. Just control the things that you can control. I mean, it didn't start off that great tonight, but our guys just responded. They kept believing in the plan. That's what we want to be known for. We want to be a program that finishes at the end. And you look at all those 4 games, there was moments of adversity that showed up. Even having to go on the road to South Alabama and some of the things that happened on that road trip, where we could not control, they responded. And to see them step out on that field, our defense, they got challenged early, but man, they definitely responded at a high level. And I'm proud of the depth that we have and the playmakers that are showing up big.
Were you ever worried about Brady's mindset in this game?
I say worry. I always want to make sure I'm there to support him. And I think that's my job. My job is support our players. I've got, there's times that, I've got to make sure that I'm doing things to help them through the process. It's a challenge when you have a couple of bad plays and then you hear about it from everybody. There's no tougher critic on himself or on him than himself. And so I'm there to support him through that process. And like I said, when I saw him smile, I knew it was on. And that guy's he's pretty dang special. I'm glad to coach him.
Coach, not only this is the first win in the division, but in the conference, but within the division, how important is it win for your goal at the end?
Oh, I mean, you have to go 1-0. You have to get off to a good start. You know, we controlled the things that we could control tonight against a good Navy football team. That team's going to win a lot of games this year, in my opinion, because they present some challenges. They have some good football players in it. I like what they do schematically. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, we were in control tonight, and our kids did what was necessary to get the victory. And now we move on to ULM, and we got to go back on the road, which is going to be a great experience. You know, for us to have to go out and show how we can continue to grow in a foreign place.
Okay.
All good. Thank you, guys.